Good afternoon, Dark Horse Nation. I hope you guys are having a safe, fun-filled Labor Day weekend. I just thought I would get on here and do a little bit of commentary. Labor Day, we celebrate it because of how hard Americans have had to work in the past, present, and how hard we'll have to work in the future. Yeah. And it's something we've had to do ever since we've been in this great nation of ours to get ahead. Yeah. And so I just wanted to give a little bit of background on my personal experience of being a blue-collar man, so to speak. Yeah. And, I'm in my early 60s, and I've been working a long time, guys. Excuse me. I mean, I was working for money for the time that I could actually push a lawnmower, And back when I was 12 years old, I used to push a mobile home park. It had 75 lots. And I would push mow that every week for $25 a week, guys. Yeah. And, but you know what? I thought I was doing something. I was making that money. Oh my Lord. I used to collect my cash and I'd take it home. It would smell how good that money smelled, And I'd put it in a box. And I would save that money until it come time to go back to school. And I would buy my own school clothes. And once that started, y'all, I always had to buy my own school clothes after that. Nobody bought me another stitch of school clothes ever again. I did it myself. But I didn't mind hard work. We were raised that way. When I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains, we worked in the garden. We canned. We had to cut firewood, because we had no running water inside the house. And, we used oil lamps to see by at night. So, work was just a normal thing to us, and we thought nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the way of life. And that's what we got used to. And even before I started making money, I remember many a day when I got off that school bus when I was in the first grade and I walked up beside that mountain. First thing I had to do is grab those 2 5-gallon pails. Yep, 5-gallon pails. And walk it down that little billy goat trail down to the spring box and carry water for my grandma so she could fill up every dishpan she had. She was a firm believer in that, guys. And so there was no coming home playing. There was no TV to watch, and not for us kids anyway. And so it was fill up the water. It was drag up whatever wood you could drag up. If you had to go get coal in the wintertime, you loaded up the coal bucket and you brought coal in. I mean, that's just what we did. Even as a kid, that's what we did. So I learned from a very young age what hard work was all about, But from the time I was 12, making actual money from an employer, I have done that all my life until I retired. Yeah. I mean, at 13 and 14, we were picking apples. We were slinging hay. I was working on a road crew, trimming the roads and stuff for the state at 14 years of age. Yeah. And then at 15, guys, I had my first factory job. Yep, 15 years of age. I was working in a hosiery mill. Yeah. And I'll never forget, I was making, at that point in time, I do believe it was $2.38 an hour. Yeah. And then on the weekends, I would work third shift as a security guard at the same place, a 3-story building, and I'd have to go around at night and punch this time clock, so that way they know I went to all the stations. Yeah. So that's what I did, guys. Yeah. And then at age 16, I moved off the mountain, went to a town called Hickory, North Carolina, and got my first furniture factory job. I was 16 years old. So I worked there for a little while. Then at 17, I went to a well drilling company that built quick drills, and I worked in the supply room, and then doing odd things there, and then driving a truck, forklifts, operating cherry pickers, just whatever. And I was making, I think at that point in time, maybe $3.50 an hour. I did that for a little while. And then it got to the point to where I'd gotten my own place. Here I was 17 years old. I had my own little trailer I was renting. Had my own car. But the only thing in that damn refrigerator some days was cold air, a lonesome light bulb, and maybe a half a 6-pack of beer if I was lucky. You know what I'm saying? And so I was getting tired of that, starving. Yeah. And then there'd be days I had an old 69 Chevelle, and it drank gasoline like water. And I'll never forget, I run out of gas about a half a mile before I got home one day. And that was the last straw. And I used to work with quite a few former U.S. Marines. And at that point in time, that's when I decided, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to join the Marine Corps. Yeah. And that's what I did. I signed up before my 18th birthday. And I was going to go in that June on delayed entry program. And I'd be damned if I didn't total my car. I wrapped that 69 Chevelle around a telephone pole doing 75 miles an hour. Yep. Flipped it up over its side, did a 360 in the air, and broke that pole 3 places. Yep. I'll never forget, the state trooper was waiting on me when they rolled me out of the x-ray room. Yep. He just threw the ticket down on my chest. Yeah, and said, I can't cite you for nothing else except driving too fast for conditions. I'm thinking, well, I couldn't talk no way. And so I was lucky I didn't get hurt bad enough because I already signed with the Corps. And then I recovered from that wreck. And then that following May and June, I went down to Parris Island. And then I spent 4 years in the service. Well, upon that, I got out of the military, come back to the civilian world and got my old job back there at the old Driller Service Incorporated. And I was working on machinery at that point in time. I was a mechanic and working on hydraulic systems, electrical systems, pneumatic pumps, driving here and there, whatever they wanted me to do, I was doing. And then I left that job and went to a wire steel making place where they made metal springs and sofa springs, coil springs for chairs, wire for sofas, that type of thing. And I did that for a couple of years. And then during that time, I was still in between the wire place and the drill rig place. After I left the drill rig, I actually started playing in a band. I did that for several years for income. Then I went to the wire making place. Did that for a couple of years. And then after that, I went to a printing company. And I stayed there, guys, for almost 33 years. Yeah, almost 33 years. And let me tell you what, that was some of the hardest work, physical work, I've ever had to do. 12-hour days, sometimes 7 days a week. You might work an 8-hour shift and never get a break because you had to keep those presses running. And when I started out there, I was making $6.30 an hour. Yep. You know. So as a blue collar worker, guys, I know what it means to work hard. I know what it means to sacrifice for your family. Even though you go in sick, you feel bad, you're tired, you know, you've got to deal with bad bosses and, you know, everything else, yeah. You do what you need to do to provide for your family. And that's what we do, yeah. So on this Labor Day, guys, I know that especially the old timers, if you're over 50 or 50 and over, and especially in your 60s, you know exactly the old school format we all used to come from, yeah? I mean, we worked hard. We had no choice. That's what we did, yeah? So, enjoy this day. Pop that beer. Throw that steak on the grill and enjoy this time off you have, guys. Don't waste it. Don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? Because guess what, America? You all have earned this day off. Trust me. You have earned it. Okay? So with that being said, you all, from here at Dark Horse Nation, you know what I'm gonna do, right? Right here. You know what this is. Coming up, if you can see it, right there. Right there. Let me scale this down a little bit so you can see it. There we go. Right here. You know what my favorite is? Right? So, for all you people out there who've had to work hard all your lives, thank you for your service as civilians, for providing the resources that you provide for this great country of ours, and sacrificing your time from yourself, from your family, because if it wasn't for you guys, guess what? America would not be what it is today. So in lieu of that, I'm going to toast you guys. I'm going to take a drink. Dark Horse Nation, What do we say? Damn. That's good. Alright guys, you all enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, please. And please don't drink and drive, okay? Have a great time. I mean, if you want to get high, that's great. Just please stay at home, okay? And I will catch you guys later. Please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys some other time with another video. And I'm going to throw back a few drinks for you all day. Today is your day. You've earned it. You guys have worked hard. You've earned this day. All right, you all. I will catch you guys later. Take care. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. And just enjoy this day. That's all I ask. All right, catch you later, guys. Bye.